I promise that I'll do my best to do my duty, to guard and to the Queen, to help other people and to keep the Scout law.
I think I took from memory about 10 boys from our group down to Frankston. We had a great time. It was my first big camp. I scored a fair bit of flack from others, but by and large it was a great experience. Well, all our free time we'd be spending going round the various camps and, you know, swapping notes, swapping badges and all this sort of thing which goes on. And of course, I suppose we learnt a little bit of some of the foreign languages. Of course, say a Malaysian boy, well, we'd ask him to, you know, greet us or something in his own native tongue. And of course, we'd latch onto it and try and remember it for a while. And you'd hear all sorts of funny, garbled versions of foreign languages in the, like later in the afternoon. Yes, well, those souvenirs lasted for many, many years. And it's only of latter years I've more or less cleared them out and passed them down to my grandchildren, or grandsons, I suppose, more particularly, because they are now in the movement. And I had the privilege of meeting the old Chief Baden-Powell. He was out of that camp. It was the one and only I think he came out to in Melbourne.
And if it all ended?
I mean, scouting ended. I think the community would be much the loss for it. Because we've always felt, and I know it's been more or less an axiom of scouting, that it makes for better citizens. After all, that is our aim. From cubs to scouts to venturers to rovers. By the time a boy, particularly, no matter at what stage he joins in, by the time he leaves rovers, he is, well, shall I say, a good citizen.
Introducing the Victorian Scout Foundation. Scouting has reached out and touched the lives of so many. Current statistics show that Scouting has become stabilised in over 150 countries, with 16 million uniformed members. In Australia, there are 150,000 members, and here in Victoria, nearly 50,000 uniformed members, and as many lay people again who are in some way or another involved. Scouting has been at the forefront of community development in Victoria for over 70 years. Following the aims and principles laid down by the founder, Robert Baden-Powell, we have trained the youth of this state in good citizenship, teaching them to do their best for their God and their fellow human beings. Thousands of dedicated men and women have made Scouting so successful over the years, and we salute them. Their work must not be allowed to fade. It is not enough to be proud of the past. We must be concerned with the future and the special problems for our people. Today, unemployment, the large numbers of single-parent families, the migration of new people from all parts of the world, the inner city with its special problems, all challenge us to provide the full Scouting adventure at a cost which can be afforded easily by all. We're not going to do that by putting up membership fees year after year, nor can we hope to develop our movement without additional income. That's why we have established the Victorian Scout Foundation. In future, membership fees will be used for the maintenance of the movement, and all the new capital costs will come through donations received and income earned by the foundation.
The work of the Scout movement has never been more relevant to the needs of the community than it is today. Far too many young Australians are growing up without the type of support from family and school that we enjoyed when we were their age. Undoubtedly, the Scout Association can help to fill the gap, but we need the support of the community to ensure that our programs remain within the reach of all young people, regardless of their economic circumstances. The Scout movement over the years has earned the support of the community, and we ought not to be expected to continue to fund our operations entirely from income from our members. That's why we have established the Victorian Scout Foundation. I hope that you will join me in becoming a member.
Ash Wednesday, and amongst the devastation were several Scout properties and campsites. Even with insurance claims, the new cost of rebuilding what was lost demonstrates the need to be prepared financially for the future. An action plan will ensure that activity centres, campsites, training grounds, equipment and facilities are second to none. Our aim is to ensure that more young people reach their full potential in life and become good citizens. The task of Victorian Branch Headquarters is to provide Scouters in the field and their local organisations with all the assistance and support possible to ensure their success with the Cubs, Scouts, Venturers and Rovers. The Victorian Branch has made a far-reaching plan which aims to increase the numbers of youth members and leaders, to provide improved standards of training, to improve the organisational structure, maintain supporting services and facilities, and provide finance to achieve this development.
I've been involved in Scouting for just over 35 years and believe that Scouting has helped me tremendously in my youth and now in my adult life. To make sure this wonderful movement continues to prosper and grow, and to enable the Victorian Branch to provide the facilities and support that is needed, we need to raise $1 million for the Scout Foundation. Careful investment of that sum of money will provide Scouting in Victoria with sufficient income to maintain the movement and develop it for the youth of tomorrow. We must be prepared for the future and continue the good work already provided by our movement. We can do this through the Victorian Scout Foundation. You can assist us to reach our target by joining the Foundation at the highest possible level. All levels receive a certificate which you and your family will cherish forever. If you have any problems in deciding your level of membership, please do not hesitate to discuss the matter with me. I urge you to join with me and become a member of the Scout Foundation, knowing that your support to Scouting will foster the future.
Remember, all individual classifications provide life membership of the Foundation, and all gifts are tax deductible. The spirit of Scouting lives strongly in the hearts and minds of many. For all the time we've given to this movement, we have received much in return. Now is the time for you to consider joining the Foundation, and by doing so, you will help make certain that the coming generation has the same happiness in Scouting as we did.
Well, if they got nothing else, they learn a little bit of self-reliance. They learn a little bit of, shall I say, the arts, drawing or painting or whatever. I know they do a bit of that these days. But more particularly, I think most importantly, is the fact that they get discipline.
On my honour, I promise that I'll do my best to do my duty to God and to the Queen, to help other people and to keep the Scout law.
Please join the Foundation now.